Okay, we are recording and we're on Facebook. And Carolyn, I'm turning this over to you.
Well, hello, everybody. Today's Tuesday, January 26th, and I'm just excited to be introducing to you our trainer for this evening. And just as a reminder, starting in the month of February, the first and third Tuesday of every month are our whole heat team calls. So please make sure you put those on your calendar at 6 p.m. Pacific, 9 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So for tonight's call, I'd like to introduce Alexis Busselman. Alexis is my first national marketing director that I sponsored out of Texas. And her and her husband, Justin, they have 3 small children with, get this, the 4th one is on its way and due this summer. So congratulations.
We can't hear you all of a sudden. Can anybody else hear her? I can't hear you. Huh. Talk again, Carolyn. Can't hear you. Would somebody else let us know? No,
she's muted.
Yeah, you have to somehow unmute yourself. We can't hear you. All right.
I know she's been having trouble with her microphone.
Okay.
Nikki, she's been having trouble with her microphone.
All right.
It looks like she's unmuted, but she's not. But
Yeah.
that's okay. I can take it. I can take it from here. We're
Well,
good.
let me just say one thing about you, Alexis. I don't know all the details that Carolyn was going to say, but what I can say is that one of the things that I'm so in awe of Alexis is the way that she's been able to create systems, and systems create duplicatability, duplicableness in your team. And she has really duplicated her team in 3 years. If you looked at her organization, you'd be blown away by what you'd see. So I just want to let you know that this is the time to take notes and listen up, because this is our systems woman and she's going to help you learn how to duplicate and how to take advantage of our marketing plan.
Awesome. Thank you, Nikki and Carolyn, for the introduction. I am very excited to be with you guys this evening. As Nikki said, it's been almost 3 years since I started my business. So my journey to National Marketing Director was fast and furious. And I'm going to share with you guys this evening some of the things that I work with partners on my team, and especially leaders on my team, how to basically grow leaders. And a big part of that is promotions. So Partner Plus promotions, QSC promotions are absolutely the most important when it comes to duplicating your business and growing your partners. And so with that being said, there was a very exciting announcement made at our Winter Summit, which was just a couple of weeks ago. And what was said was our window for restart. So people who are moving, they've been in the business for a little bit, but they're restarting their promotion, either Partner Plus or QSC. Before, it was a window of monthly basis. So they were looking at January and, like, let's say February. If they had an order go in December 31st, they couldn't use that. They could not only use the 2-month window. So the way they've changed it is now it's a sliding window. So what that means is if there was an order that went in December 30th or the 31st, they would actually have until the end of February to complete that promotion for QSC, a 60-day window. So that's what we're going to be talking about tonight. How do you, first of all, find prospects that are your customers that could possibly be really good partners and really good prospects to being a partner and immediately making Partner Plus? And what do you say to them? How do you explain that they should join your business, that they are really close to that first promotion? And then we're going to take a look at how do you find all of those people in your organization that could possibly restart their promotion and get either that $50 bonus for Partner Plus as a restart or the $300 bonus for QSC as a restart. And this is huge, guys. As soon as they announced this at Winter Summit, I knew immediately 3 to 4 people on my team that this was going to impact this month or next month. And so I just want you guys to know this is a really great opportunity. At the very end, I'm also going to touch a little bit on all things digital. I've been part of the corporate team and some of the field leaders that have been in development and discussion with that. And so I do have a couple things I want to share with you guys at the end if we have time. So let me go ahead and share my screen with you. Okay, so the first step that we're going to talk about tonight is finding new frontline prospects. So this is when you're looking at your personal customers, how do you find people in your customer line that could possibly be good prospects to join your team? So this report that we're talking about is going to be found through your classic virtual office under customer data. You can go to edit the customer order just as if you were going to edit an order for a customer. You're going to scroll down to format it to add the frequency, the entry date, the quantity, and then you're going to return to the next step and run the report. On the report, I'm going to show you guys some screenshots of what this looks like. You're going to click the next ship date. So it sorts by ascending. So you're going to see your January orders first. Or since we're almost at the end of January, you'd see the February orders. When you submit that report format, it defaults to a PDF and you can save it, you can print it off, but it's really useful to be able to have this. Let's see here. There we go. So this is what we're talking about right now is just your personal customers, what this is. And you guys can take a screenshot of this or again, this is recorded. You're going to be able to find it in several different places afterwards. So this is my frontline prospects. I ran a report. I took a look at who is reshipping. And then I wanted to see who are prospects that I should talk about with the business. So you can see right here in this column, I've sorted them by next ship date. So you see one that's going out the 30th of this month, and then you see several others that are scheduled to go out in February. And then what we're going to do is we're going to identify people who are good prospects to be talking to about possibly joining our business. So the first one we're going to look at is Alexandra. She has 2 orders going out this month. I also know that she's been wanting to add omegas. She's talked to me about shakes. I mean, this would be a great time for her to join our business and be able to add those orders. The next one, Paige, we only see 1 order for her on this list, but since they're my personal customers, I actually know that she has several orders, and she's also one that could possibly be interested in being a partner. And the best time to talk to them about being a partner is when you talk to them about that order reshipping. Hey, I just wanted you to know that there's always an opportunity to join our business, and you earn money back on your orders and anybody that you share with. It's just really great for people to know that. And then Lauren, this one actually just joined my business, but she had several orders as well. And that was attractive to her. After hearing me tell her that several times, that she would earn the money back on her orders, when she had somebody to share with, she immediately thought, well, I should sign up to be a partner. And she messaged and we had the conversation. So you can see from here that that's how you're going to identify some people that are your personal prospects that could be really good teammates. So using their reshipment orders to fast track to Partner Plus. So going back to the requirements for Partner Plus, these are going to be on the worksheet. There's going to be several places that we talk about. You can find these, but they need at least 2 customers. So 2 different people with an order, and they need at least 1 new customer. And then 1,000 of promotional product volume. So our example is going to be a customer that has an order and it's going to reship February 15th. I'm going to call and I'm going to invite them to join my team. And I'm going to do this in January because we want to have plenty of time to talk to them. It's going to be early January because I want to make sure that we can talk about, this promotion and, just so they know, they may not be interested, but just so they know they have an opportunity, to earn that bonus. So they will have to help 1 or 2 people get started so that they have the volume and the structure. So just as the sponsor, you want to just make sure you know that. So we're going to take a look at Alexandra, and she had those 2 orders reshipping on the 15th of February. So this, she could fulfill the Partner Plus requirement with an order as early as January 15th. So this is what has changed. So before, we were going to be faced with, okay, well, I should definitely talk to her by the end of January because starting February 1st, if she puts in an order, that will count towards that February promotion. Everything would have had to have gone in February. Now we're looking at a 30-day sliding window. So if she puts an order in on January 15th, let's say she puts in enough orders that the February 15th shipments are completing her Partner Plus. How amazing is that? So she could actually become a partner in early January. We could even start doing Zoom calls or talking with some of her prospects and get an order as early as January 15th that would count and be able to use these same orders that are in the system already. So this is a huge advantage for us. And then the other component is just the fact that if, let's say her start date could be as late as February 15th, that could end up being her first order that goes in. We're talking about it in January, we're talking about it and talking about it. But then we actually have all the way until March 15th to complete that if February 15th ends up being the first order. So that just really gives you as a sponsor a much bigger timeline to work with this partner in.
Hey, Alexis, can I say something really quickly? I just want to remind everybody that it really is a 30-day period. So perhaps January 15th to February 15th itself might be 31 days. So make sure you're counting because there's 16 days left in January and 15 in February. So just remember, it's not a month. It's a true 30 days. So just remember to count the days. Don't go from the 15th to the 15th in case.
Awesome. Yes, Nikki. Good point.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if for this one, if she had the reshipments going out of the trio capsules, the child chewables, and the adult berries, she would need a few more orders, or maybe one large order to fulfill that requirement. But she would be able to meet that $1,000 or that 1,000-point minimum that is needed. And again, that order could go in January, and or 2 orders could go in January, and those February 15th orders could be wrapping up her promotion.
Clarifying, Partner Plus is 30 days, QSC is 60 days. So just somebody made a comment, they love that Partner Plus is now going to be 60 days to do Partner Plus. It's still 30 days and 60 days for QSC. Sorry, Alexa, I just wanted to make sure they got that right away.
Yes, no, I'm not seeing the chat, so I appreciate you monitoring that. Yes, so we're going to talk a little bit more about this kind of on this next section, but what I mean is that you as a sponsor have more time to talk with them, to work with them. You're not going to be limited just to that month, but as soon as the first order goes in, that starts their day one. And as Nikki said, that's a 30-day from the first day that order goes in. So the Freedom Revolution is going to be very specific with all the reuse requirements. So they're going to have the worksheets. And right now we're going to take a look at the Partner Plus one. They're also going to have for QSC, and they have these short videos that are fabulous to send along with these worksheets when you're talking with somebody about what this looks like. You're also going to see the price and earnings guide, which shows you the product volume, which this is how the number you're going to use to fill these worksheets out. So it's really important to have this handy. I have it saved in my favorites on my phone. I also have it on my desktop. Very helpful. And this is all under the Freedom Revolution under the compensation section. So for Alexandra, this is what her worksheet looks like. So she has her orders that are reshipping in February. And I'm looking at this going, oh my gosh, she's already halfway to her Partner Plus promotion. As her sponsor, what should I do to talk to her to see if she's, first of all, interested in being a partner? And hopefully she says yes. And if she says yes, I want to have this ready to send to her so that we can start talking about, hey, you'd have a chance to become a Partner Plus. So this is something that I love to have filled out and ready when I have a new partner join my team. So let's talk about that start date again. So if, let's say I talk to her in the beginning of January and she signs up to be a partner, I want to immediately start talking to her about getting an order in. I don't want to wait till February and be like, okay, it's February, let's talk about it now. We want to start that conversation earlier. And now because of the sliding window, we can do that. So if she has an order that goes in January, let's say the 16th, that would be able to be counted in a 30-day window. And that's really helpful. So it could be, this says the 15th, but let's say the 16th to make sure we're within that 30 days at the earliest. But let's say we start that conversation in January, and we've all been there. We started that conversation, we've talked to him, but nothing really happens until February. And then let's say in February, we get an event on the calendar, her personal orders reship on the 15th, and then maybe she's ready to have an event at that point, or ready to have a conversation. So she could even have a start date as late as February 15th and still be able to utilize those reshipments. And so again, it's a 30-day window. So whenever the first order goes in, hopefully it's early, January, and these February orders are wrapping up her 1,000 points. But if it were to be later, then she could have a start date as late as February 15th and an end date of March 14th for her 30-day window. So moving into the next section, which I feel like this is really where the leadership component comes into play, is how are you tracking promotions within your team? Because what I can tell you is most of the partners on your team probably don't know how to fill out the worksheets, where to find the numbers. It's just a challenge. And so this is how I find within my organization partners who are really close to being a great prospect for either restarting their Partner Plus promotion or restarting their QSC promotion. Partner Plus is that 30-day window, and QSC promotion is that 60-day window. So this is going to be through, again, on your classic virtual office under team data. You're going to go run a customer analysis. This is my favorite report, if any of you are wondering. I run it for all kinds of things. But for today, what we're going to talk about is being able to either see, for number 3 here, a frontline teammate, or if you select your personal fin, you're going to see everyone. And that's what we're going to take a look at today. I'm going to show you an example of that. You're going to format it to add the product and then return to that next step to run the report. Again, just like before, you're going to sort it by next ship date. So you see the January orders first, or the next month that's coming up. And then you have the ability to save and print it if you want to. So this is what it looks like. You can see there that there's an option to select a frontline teammate. Maybe you're working with somebody specifically this month, or you can select your fin, which is what I usually do. So I can see my entire organization, and it allows me to be able to really get a good picture of my whole team. And so here is someone currently a Partner Plus, great qualifying sales coordinator prospect. Next ship dates, you can see over there on the right, she has an order going out January 30th, and then several going out in February. Now, again, because this is a sliding window, we are able to use that January 30th ship date. So it's just much better than what we were doing before. And for any of you who are really working with people on reshipments and promotions, you know how big of a deal this is for your team to now be able to use those orders that came in on those final days of the month before. So these are orders that are reshipping. Again, you can go to the Freedom Revolution under the compensation plan and download the worksheet. This one's going to be the QSC worksheet. And then you can use the price and earnings guide to take that product volume to plug into the worksheet. So again, we'll see the orders that she has going out. We can fill in that worksheet. So you can see from the worksheet, she has quite a few orders. She actually has almost 2,500 points in reshipments going out. That is amazing. What an amazing prospect this is for me to be able to call and talk to her about. And she could potentially start talking with new customers and things like that in January because she has so many orders that are reshipping in the month of February. So again, we're talking about this start date. What is her start date? So her start date could be, let's say, January 24th at the earliest. Like maybe she got several orders it could actually even be earlier than that, because those February 24th orders could end up being the end of her 60-day window. So you just know that you have a much broader range now to be able to look at when you're looking at the 30-day initially or the 60-day. Again, the date that the first order goes in, so that is the date that we're able to count. So today is the 26th. So let's say she gets an order in tonight, and that's kind of going to be her first order for this promotion. That would be her start date. It would be January 26th. And then these remaining orders would all count towards that, with March 25th being her final date. So again, this start date is really going to depend on when that first order goes in, but you have much more flexibility now because you're looking at a 60-day window versus a 2-month time frame. So this is going to be an email example that, just a brand new partner that comes onto the team, already has 732 points towards her Partner Plus. And I'm just going to shoot her a quick email and just say, hey, the Freedom Revolution is our official training resource. And here's a quick start guide. And here's your worksheet. And so it lays it all out there. She's a partner already. This is just making sure that she knows, and is a little bit more explanatory. I don't know if any of you are a type A. I'm a type A, and being able to have these worksheets and visually be able to see what that looks like just makes it so much easier for me to understand. And again, you can see the start date on there, which I usually leave it blank when I'm talking with somebody until we know the official date of the first order. So again, it can vary based on when you talk to them and when that order goes in. So let's talk about 3 leadership goals for success when it comes to, working with a team. So first of all, the beginning of the month, check in with all your personal customers that have reshipments going out and that are good business prospects. I mean, if we're doing really good customer care, if our customers are loving the products, if they're taking the products consistently, eventually they probably will be adding products, and they should be good business prospects. They should be recommending this. And so we always want to be having that conversation with whoever may be interested in joining us. And then leadership training with your QSCs on your team and your sales coordinators, specifically reviewing how to run these reports, fill out the worksheets from the Freedom Revolution. If you are really interested in, some really strong coaching, I definitely suggest that you talk with your sponsor and even your upline national marketing director. As a national marketing director, I love nothing more than when somebody comes to me on my team and says, I want to do this. Can you help me? What is my next step? Like, we love being able to provide that type of guidance. And then the last one is have easy access to that quick start guide, which is on the Freedom Revolution, the success guide, which is it's on the same section. It's a little bit longer. And then those Partner Plus worksheets. You want to be able to send new partners a worksheet that's already filled out with goals the day that they sign up. So it's really crystal clear when somebody joins what that looks like. So I know that was fast and furious. We're going to shift just slightly, and I'm going to end in just a moment so we have time for questions. But we're going to talk just a little bit about all things digital. So this is what our new digital platform looks like. And one of the things I just want to share one simple thing with you guys tonight that has absolutely probably been my favorite thing about the new system. And that is when you sign up a partner, any partner in your organization, you can go into the details section and you have access to their personal website. So before, in order to get access to their personal website, you had to ask them for it. And sometimes it was really hard to get a brand new partner to be able to navigate through there and get that website link to you. And it's really helpful when you're having those conversations with them and helping them get those orders in that you have access to this. So here is just an example of a conversation I had last week with a new partner. I was able to go in and pull her website right away. I was even able to link it to the capsules because we knew that he was going to order the capsules. We've been having a conversation for several days about this person. And she actually had just signed up to be a partner and was like, okay, I want to make sure I send him my link. And I said, here it is. I had access to it and can send it to her the day that she signed up and assure her that that order will connect to her personal Juice Plus account. And so she actually made Partner Plus in about 3 days. So it was really exciting. And we were able to do that together using some verbiage and me sharing her website link with her to help her along. And then the last thing is, I don't know if any of you are like me. I'm a millennial. I loved being able to sign people up using a link. And right now, our new office is not capable of signing up new partners. So they're directing us back to the classic virtual office. And I don't know if any of you guys have signed up new partners, but it's a tedious process to be able to ever ask them over the phone for their social security number and that sort of thing. And so I just wanted to give you guys a little workaround here. We do still have access to the section where we used to previously work from to sign up partners. So you can it goes to join our mission, and then below you'll see this website link. And that's my personal link that links them basically to the form to sign up as a partner. But this form is connected to our classic virtual office, so it will process for them. And this is just a small workaround if you're, like I said, if you're like me and having someone that really just wants to sign up as on a link, they don't want to call you and give you all their personal information, you can do this. And that you'll see right there in the front, it has my name. That's my personal one. You'll just want to make sure it has your personal information there in front. And so that link just there that I showed, I shared with all the national marketing directors earlier today. They can forward it out to you guys in Voxer. They can post it on their Facebook pages. So you're just going to replace the www with your personal URL right there. And it's going to allow you to send the link that connects back. Test it first, make sure when you click on it, that's the page that you see. But that is a workaround for those of you who are looking to sign partners up utilizing a link on your page. So I know that Nikki was fielding a lot of questions. I appreciate that. If there are still questions, I'm done. I'm open, happy to take questions.
So if you just raise your hand or you unmute yourself and you have a question.
Hey, I have a question.
Michelle, is that you?
That's me.
Great.
Hey, Alexis, great training. When you send you know how you had the worksheet that already had the information in, like to kind of give them a heads up, did you send them a link to that, or did you like take a screenshot and have that in there? How did you send that? Does it just fill it in and it stays like that? Do you know what I understand what I mean?
Yes. So I usually fill it in and take a screenshot just because a screenshot's like a really small file. It can be sent in a text anyway like that. That's the easiest way.
Perfect. Okay. That's what I was curious about. Thank you.
Looks like Kim has a question. Go ahead.
Okay, I have a question. If you have a customer that does want to become a partner, do you cancel it out of yours and then just sign them up as they sign up as a new customer under their own self?
No, what happens is when they become a partner, it will link their phone numbers. It'll know that it's the same person, and it should automatically transfer over. It usually takes 24 to 48 hours. Always check and make sure before the end of the month. And if not, you can just give customer support a call and they will just move the orders over to that new partner.
Oh, good. Okay.
Yeah, so you don't have to do anything like that. It usually automatically moves pretty quickly.
Okay, great. Thank you.
Are they still using phone numbers for that, or are they going to be using emails now that they're doing everything by email? Does it really matter?
I don't know the answer to that as far as the new system goes, but I know for right now, it's connected by phone numbers. Does anybody else have any other questions?
Alexis, I do. It's Lita. Hi.
Hey.
How are you? I just went on to the myjuiceplus.com and I'm going into the partner portal. And when I click onto Classic VO, it brings me to my VO. It doesn't take me to my Juice Plus in order to have to sign up a team member. I still have to go to the OVO to do that. Can you navigate that for us by showing us how you do that? Because I'm not seeing where to go to put a new distributor in I just have to go to the old VO, and that's what I've been doing.
Right. So you can definitely do it that way. What you're going to find is that I sent the instructions. Because you're national marketing director, you can see that it's in the.
Yeah, I saw that.
So you can actually just replace where it had the www and put your website information right there. And if you put that into your URL, it should populate the correct form.
Okay.
I don't have the easiest way to show it on here. That's why I wanted.
No, I get it. And the other thing too, if you have somebody that's a reship on 125 or 130 or something, and they're really ready to go, why couldn't you have them start in the beginning of the month so they finish out their P plus at the end of January, so they enter into February with a 5% bonus and heading towards a little bit higher commissions?
You absolutely could. That was
Okay.
the whole training. Like you could even start talking to them in December.
Okay,
if their order
perfect. Yeah.
reshipped January 25th, they could actually have an order that goes in December 25th or 26th
Right.
and still count.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, that was the question I was asking, Nikki. Perfect.
You guys have been amazing. Lots of good quality questions. And I know it was a lot. We're really grateful that Nikki records these, that she posts them, that they're accessible, that you can go and pause and see that screen that I had that had all the text. So you guys can definitely have access to that. But thank you guys so much.
I love the screenshots, Alexis, and they will be posted on the HEAT Facebook group. They'll also be posted in the YouTube section under HEAT training calls. And you can take a screenshot with it, even with your phone, and then use that screenshot in front of you on your computer. So great information. And Alexis, we so appreciate your concise ability to put all this together so that we can go back and check it out.
Absolutely. I hope that it was helpful. Most of you know where to find me if you have more specific questions.
Great. And just to let you know, the first Tuesday in February, we have our brand new NMD Jennifer Straub that's going to be doing an amazing interview. It's really going to be fun. Her and I have been talking. She said, you never know what she gets from her. Like you never know what you're going to hear, what's going to come out of her mouth. We laughed. You will love her, and it's going to be a great interview on that first Tuesday in February.
Yes, sounds awesome. Thank you guys all so much for joining us.
All right. Good night, everybody.
Thank you so much.
Thanks, Alexis.